Thank you very much, Roger. Joining me in studio now is Mr. Matthew Schisler. He's the CEO of Cord Blood America, CBAI is their symbol. Matt, good to see you again.
Hey, Don. Good to see you, too.
Now, I always enjoy having you on the program because we're talking about, the stem cell industry, which I think the controversy around that is starting to ebb, because I think most people now realize that there are two kinds of stem cells: the embryonic, which are all the controversy is wrapped up in, and then the adult stem cells, which is the industry you're wrapped up in.
That's
tell
correct.
us about that.
Yeah, what we do, Don, is right now we privately bank umbilical cord blood stem cells for families. That is, families pay us to store the stem cells that are extracted from the umbilical cord at the time of birth that are a perfect match for the child. So we're not involved in embryonic stem cell research or development, which is the controversial form of stem cells.
Now, what's really interesting is, of course, you're cryogenically freezing these samples for use maybe 18, 20 years down the line. You've got something like in excess of 20,000 samples currently in storage?
That's correct. And actually, Don, you've been following us for 5 years. We've always outsourced the lab services, but a couple months ago we announced that we'll be building out our own lab. We finally hit that delta that it made more sense to own our own lab as opposed to outsource lab services, and we're building out one of the largest, if not the largest, cryogenic storage facility in the country.
And you're doing that over in Nevada, correct?
We are. It's a couple of reasons why. First and foremost, the cost of doing business is very inexpensive in Nevada, and secondly, it's one of the busiest airports, and it's easily accessible for transplants and samples to fly in and out of. So it makes a lot of sense for us. It lowers our transportation costs, and then overall cost of doing business is much cheaper.
Well, what we're going to have to do is get a video crew out there sometime as you get the plant up and running and get some footage of that. I'd love to include that on the show.
First week of October, we knock on wood. We're on schedule with construction, and first week of October we should be live. Well,
that's fantastic. I mean, because you only announced the plans of doing this, I don't know, 2 or 3 months ago,
That's
I think
right.
It was, and here you are in another couple of months getting ready to go online. I mean, that's meteoric in this industry.
Yeah, that's the target date is October 2nd, and so far we're on schedule. Actually, if there's any construction delays, I'll let the viewers know, but we plan on being live in October.
Interesting. Now, will that put you into a better position as far as acquisitions are concerned? I know that's been a big part of your growth over the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, in fact, we have a voracious appetite for acquisitions. As I said before, this year, primarily we were to pay down debt, and we just announced that we retired 2 more notes. But we are very, very hungry for acquisitions, and we're in conversations now with a few companies. And having our own lab allows us a lot more flexibility on an acquisition. And so it does put us in a much better position, and I think that the investors that have followed CBAI for years through MoneyTV should look for CBAI to make acquisitions over the next 12 months. That's one of the key indicators that we're doing what we say we're going to do.
Fabulous. Once again, Cord Blood America, CBAI. Matt, it just gets better and better every time we talk to you. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Don.